Silver's in a bull market.
Mm-hmm.
And according to his prognosis, based on where we got to today, that we're off to the races here. And he believes that it could move to 30, and he uses in quotations, with speed, like really fast.
Yeah.
And of course, he further believes that you're going to go through 30, you're going to go to 50 for sure. Now, you can imagine what's going to happen to some of these stocks. So if it gets back to $50, I mean, it'll be a rip-roaring performance. And I tend to think that's true. And of course, I have some fundamentals reason for thinking it's true. First of all, being a believer in the Gata boys who say it's been manipulated all these 40 years, believing Ted Butler who says it's been manipulated for 40 years. And you kind of see it coming in the end as you see these delivery issues that keep showing up. That it makes a lot of sense. And of course, the fact that silver is available in the ground 12 to 1, but it trades at 75 to 1.
Yeah.
Like it's totally ridiculous, the situation we find ourselves in. So I think it could go a long, long way. I hope it goes way beyond any $50. Way beyond that.
Well, you're making me think. I bet people would love to know what you're thinking about the physical side of it, because
Sure.
I remember getting a text from you just out of the blue a couple of months ago about, have you seen the import numbers into India?
Yeah.
And then we had this report from the Silver Institute, which is never, like anybody's best friend, but here they were talking about the 150 million ounce supply deficit next year.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're monitoring the flows out of the COMEX and out of the LBMA. What do you make of the physical side of things?
Well, it's the physical side that's, in my mind, driving things, okay? And even, for example, Ted Butler believes that Bank of America is short 1 billion ounces of silver. Now, I don't know he saw a data point that suggested that, okay? And then all of a sudden, of course, like a lot of data points, it disappeared for some bizarre reason. But I firmly believe that silver is always traded at kind of a 15 to 1 ratio to gold. Which would imply well north of $100 already. I think gold's about to go too. I know that Michael Oliver, I think his target is something like $3,000. Well, if you had 15 to 1, it'd be $200 silver. Okay, so that's and I would say this: these things don't have to happen exactly like that to do well. I mean, if it goes to 30, we're going to do well. If it goes to 35, we're going to do well, But if you really want to score big in life, maybe you got to believe in silver here and load up.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned Sprott money, I bought a lot of 100,000 ounce bars of silver through Sprott money recently, thinking that, okay, it's well in train here. We are in a bull market in silver for sure. So don't miss it.
Well, yeah, and I've seen the reports, it's not just even silver, copper and lead and zinc and aluminum and all the rest, the stockpiles around the globe just continue to be depleted. And you just wonder if commodities in general are going to be rallying and the dollar is falling. We might be onto something here in 2023.
Yeah. Well, I would say that things are working our way. I know that Michael Oliver's number on gold, I think, is 1860. It goes through 1860. He thinks, okay, we're in a whole new bull market here, and we're going to go a long way. We'll just blow through the old high like nobody's business. So these are all the data, most of the data, particularly in silver, is just screaming at you to do something. And the fact that the commercial shorts, this is using Ted Butler's word, commercial shorts really aren't adding to their shorts anymore.
Yeah.
And voila, the price goes from $17.50 to $24, just like that.
Yeah.
Because they're not in the game, because they've been told, don't keep doing this.
Right.
Quit manipulating the price of silver. Thank you very much.
Right.
And maybe if they do, maybe they realize, just like our friends at Wells Fargo got slapped for $3.7 billion today for messing around with their customers and cheating them.
Yep.
And I think that these regulators can see what's going on here. I mean, it's as obvious as can be. So maybe the word's out. You can't interfere with it.